government. Agwata Ihiala, Epusigo, Nnewi North, Nnewi South, Ogbaru, Orumba North and South local governments until further notice. We will review this and say whether we then extend it to the rest of the states. But let's start with this, if you like, the red local governments. Until further notice also, motorcycles, keke and shuttle buses are banned from operating in these local governments on Mondays until the sit-at-home completely stops. All through Monday, none of this should operate, because that's what they use to go and enforce their sit-at-home. The use of every community in the zone are hereby enjoined to assist the security agencies in the implementation of this policy, and they are mandated to seize any such motorcycle or tricycle on the spot. Local vigilantes should report such motorcycles or tricycles, keke, immediately, and they will be confiscated by government and the owner prosecuted as a possible suspect. The Okada, keke, and shuttle bus union leaders must take responsibility to report their members who are involved in criminal activities. We shall review this after 2 weeks, and if members of this union continue to be involved in criminal activities, the government will have no choice but to either disband the unions and or ban them outrightly in the state. The union should take responsibility. If the current trend continues, we will have no qualms banning Okada and keke outrightly in this state. 4. No part of Anambra state, house, bush, or forest shall be used as camps for these criminals. Anyone with a gun in a camp is considered a criminal in Anambra state, and the government and people will work with security agencies to flush them out. The state government shall, pursuant to its powers under the Land Use Act, revoke and acquire any land found to be harboring these criminals for public purpose. Henceforth, every community is required to provide information on any part of their land occupied by these criminals as camps. If the community fails to do so, the government will take over such land as government property. All communities are hereby charged to take over their communities completely, and through the leadership of their town unions and traditional rulers, give weekly security reports submitted every Friday to the state government on the state of security in their respective communities. The cooperation of the youths in that regard is now imperative. I charge the vigilantes of each community to rise to the occasion and contend with these criminals in your locality, whether they are in your bush or in the houses or in your community. The state government expects the report of any progress made in this regard. I shall support and reward you accordingly. Any building found to be harboring these kidnappers and murderers who have laid siege on our state will, as provided by the Criminal Code Amendment number 3, Law 2 2013, be forfeited to the state government. To that extent, all landlords are hereby directed to proceed on Operation Know Your Tenant by keeping appropriate records of their tenants and report anyone suspected of being involved in criminal activities. Each community leadership must keep full register of all tenants in their communities, their occupation, etc., and keep an eye on their activities. The state government shall, as an emergency measure, disband the leadership of any community which fails to report criminal activities in their communities or immediately respond to the request contained in this address. All market leaders and stakeholders are hereby charged to join the communities in taking back their territory and monitor the activities in their markets. They are all required to return weekly security reports to the state government. Everybody who either in person or through telephone calls demands cash support or ransom from anyone in furtherance of any criminal activities or groups should immediately be reported to the government via the telephone lines that we have provided. 9. All transporters, bus drivers, shuttle drivers, tricycle, keke, and motorcycle or Okada riders must immediately report any suspicious passengers. Because it has come to the knowledge of the state government that over 80% of transport operators use fake plate numbers and identities, all transport operators in Anambra must henceforth re-register their vehicles, tricycles, and motorcycles with their valid means of identification and their biometrics to be captured. This exercise shall immediately be commenced, and anyone who defaults in doing that after 4 weeks from today will be treated as a suspect and adequate measures taken against him or her. 10. All hotels are directed to obtain the means of identification of their guests and keep an inventory of all guests in their hotels. We'll have some sporadic spot checks. The management of the hotel should immediately report any suspicious person or persons or group of persons checking into or converging in their hotels. Immediate sanctions would attend to any dereliction in this regard, including possibly shutting down or demolition of such hotels. All fuel stations are hereby directed to, within 4 weeks from today, place surveillance cameras in their stations and to keep records generated by those cameras in order to assist the state government when required in tackling these criminals who inevitably fuel their vehicles at these fuel stations. Finally, let me urge our people to remain calm. This season shall pass. The God of Anambra assures that we shall overcome the forces of darkness. Indeed, this tough beginning foretells of a more glorious future. We thank all the stakeholders in the Anambra project, and particularly we thank the security agencies who are here for their determination and sacrifice. These security agencies sacrifice quite a lot to keep us where we are, even with very lean resources, taking great risks, and I can't say that anymore, and I can only say thank you very much, and thank you on behalf of Anambra for keeping us where we are. And they are also determined, working with them, that these criminals will be brought to book. And we enjoin our religious leaders to continue to lift up the state in prayers and to also mobilize our people as they fight evil in our land. Together, we shall take back our state and make it the true light of the nation. God bless you all. God bless Anambra State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. I may take one or two questions, if any.
The number that
Okay, so that's good. This is even Joy. No question today. Thank you very much. It's a special broadcast. Yeah. Yeah.